Hey guys, Jeff coming at you from back in the shop today, which only means one thing. It's project day today. Looking to see if I could transform this 1970 vintage player recorder from Toshiba from a paperweight back into the player recorder that it was back in the day. Can it be done? Well, stick around. Let's find out together, shall we? This cassette player was given to me by my sister-in-law, who was going to chuck it out to the garbage and decided she was going to ask me if I wanted it first. And yeah, absolutely. We'll take a look at it. If it's not savable, you know, I could throw it out just as easily as she could. But the reason I did want it is because her husband had bought it back in 1970, which is the year this was manufactured. It is the Toshiba KT 20P. See on the tag there. It is a player recorder. It's in very nice shape, and it came with its own carrying case, which is still there and in great shape. Need to clean it up, but it has a carrying strap for that. It comes on and off, so you can use it on the case. You can use the long one on the recorder itself if you just wanted to carry that, sling it over your shoulders and go around with it at the time. It comes with a shorter handle, so you could use it on the player, or you can use it on the carrying case itself. It comes with the power cord to play into the outlet. It comes with a microphone, so if you wanted to do any exterior recording, you can do that as well. It comes with the battery case for the back of the unit, so you can take it on the go. 4C batteries is what it's powered by when you're not plugged into the outlet. And he still had the manual for it as well. So all those factors, who wouldn't want to try and take a chance on having this player and getting it back into working condition. And like I said, she did say when she put it away it did work, but unfortunately when I brought it home and tried to play it, it did not play. It made noises, so I'm guessing that there is belts or a belt that needs to be put back in. Thinking it's from 1970, it's either just broken, or unfortunately at the time a lot of these belts just turned into one big gooey, oily, mushy pile of rubber. So either way, we're going to take a look at it, open it up, and see what we got. So let me clear off some of this stuff here so we could flip it around and take a look. Okay, I got it apart. I took the back off. There was a few wires that have to be disconnected at the same time to get access to everything. Few for the power, battery. I marked them so I know which wires are going back on and where they go to. So I have it powered in just to help me out here, but as we do have a broken belt, we do have the motor that is working, which is in good news there. So we do have power. The motor does work. Hopefully I'm going to take this circuit board out and check the other belt that drives the spindles for the cassette itself and see what we have under there. Hopefully everything is still in good shape and fixable. Okay, I got the circuit board off. There was a couple of screws that hold it in, and then it can flip up out of the way. And we did access the drive for the cassette reels, which seem to be spinning here, although we do have some belts, or it used to be one belt in pieces in here, and it's all like I figured it might be. Just all one big sticky gooey mess in here with pieces of belt stuck in different things of the mechanics. So what I'm going to do is try and clean this up a little bit. I do have several sizes of belts that I'm going to try and see, you know, which ones fit, which ones don't fit, size it up, and hopefully if I get a pretty decent size, what I need, if I don't have anything, I could head over to a guy I know that repairs and has some stuff for older machines, and he may have, but I'm thinking I have enough different sizes here. And what I use too is, if I don't have something close, I'll go through some rubber bands just to get, you know, an idea on what I would need. Not to use them, but if I have something close as a go-by, you know, that's always works out. So let me see what I have here as far as belts. Let me clean up the capstan, the spinners here that for the fast forward, reverse, and get rid of some of this dirt and black and oil out of there, and we'll take another look and see what we get. Okay, I do have a belt that was pretty close in size to what I need, and I have it in here. I had to put it underneath just this thrust bearing here over the capstan, and what I'm going to do is plug it in just to make sure it's not too tight or decides that it's going to throw the belt as it runs, because like I said, I'm not sure if it's the right size or not, since we don't have really a good go-by. And we'll see if it runs here. Okay, the play does stay on. And it seems to be pretty smooth. I don't feel it vibrating anywhere, so we may be okay with that one as a first run. And I'm going to see if I can find a belt for our fast forward and reverse and see what happens with that as well. I have a couple different size belts here that'll be running off of the play that will engage our fast forward and reverse for the cassette. I'm going to try sizing them up and getting one on at a time. I think I'll try with maybe this one here, which seems pretty close to the size I need once it's spread out a little bit. And if not, I will try, you know, the next size up. The flat ones were the wrong size. They're probably like for more of an 8-track. I do have some thinner ones, but I'm going to try and go with a rounder style and try and fish it through here and see how we work with the fast forward and reverse then. So hang tight. Okay, after a couple trial and error belts, I think I found one that fits. Temporarily, I have it running just to try it, and it looks like the fast forward and reverse do spin. So I had to take off this arm here, which means I had to remove that spring and this little clip that holds this down to the pivoting shaft. So I'm going to put it back together, and hopefully once I get this little clip back on, I don't lose it to hold that down. I'm going to put the circuit board back together, you know, semi temporary, just to see and put a cassette in it, and we'll see how it works. Okay, I got the shaft back on with the C-clip to hold it. The idler is back in place. The spring is back on to switch to fast forward and rewind to go between both functions. So the only thing I have left to do now is put it back together. I'll get the circuit board back down. We'll cover that back up, hook the wires back up into it, but I'm going to disconnect the power while I work on it. There are, like, I think there was 3 screws here. Put the back on and flip it back over, and we'll give it a test drive and see what it sounds like. Hopefully we get some sound out of it and some play functions. Alright, so it appears I need another beer, so this seems like a good spot to end part 1. And while I go get the beer, you guys jump over to part 2. I'll meet you over there in just a bit, and we'll see how this thing turns out. Does this thing have a hole in it or what?